will go home. We will mass deport them. I'm saying to you, 2024, something is going to happen here. And that something is the Patriotic Alliance.
This is the table of 5 countries that had applied or had people applying to come to South Africa, whether to retire in South Africa and do work legally, but you understand? So you must be careful here legally. So my question is, as much as we do see this table here given to us by the statistics, but how many people from the United States, from China, Germany, USA, Bangladesh, who are coming in and out of South Africa without proper papers? It's a fact, we do have them in South Africa. But that's my point with Mckenzi. As much as he has something that he's preaching and standing for, meaning that he's really against the African brothers, who are here illegally. But now his focus is mainly on African brothers and sisters. Why he is not pointing out all these countries? Because he do have the stats. He has the stats. Anyways, guys, watch the video and listen to him preaching his word.
Here's the issue. In this country, you have people that keeps on killing people because the worst thing happened to them is jail. They can go to jail and come out of jail again. Surely, you look at Botswana, the lowest crime rate. Why? They have the death penalty. Botswana has the lowest crime rate in Africa. You think it's a coincidence?
What would you do then if someone is wrongfully convicted?
No.
Of a crime and they get the death penalty, which happens a lot in South Africa, is wrongful convictions.
Yeah, but there's no death penalty here.
No, but if they brought it back, I'm saying.
Yes, I'm saying to you that when we say we bring the death penalty back, it's not just the death penalty is back. It goes hand in hand with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff being we fix our justice system.
It definitely needs to be fixed.
We make sure that not only rich people can access legal aid. So there's a lot of things that goes with that.
Yeah.
But the end in mind is when we have fixed all of that, do you think there's a difference between sending a person to life for jail that's been wrongfully convicted and years after he's died? I always find this argument fascinating. I know of guys that has not committed a crime.
Mm.
Because I knew I committed that crime and this guy is in jail. And he is my friend. And long after he died, he has served 25 years. What's the difference? He was still wrongfully convicted and he spent his life in jail. Yeah. What I'm saying to you is that no matter what, people like yourself, you have that stance that it doesn't solve until your dad gets killed or your child gets killed or your mom gets brutally killed in the house. Mm-hmm. Then you would want those people to be hanged. But while you're isolated from death, while you're isolated from the hurt that we see and people dying, you might think it doesn't solve. But we that live, not a single day that I've been on this earth, nobody has not been killed on the Cape Flats. So I'm speaking to you now, somebody's dying. Now when you live amongst death like we do, and you know it's an instruction for this person to be killed, and you know the people that always gives the instructions, you see the very same people driving flashy cars and they can't be touched. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to hang them. And if I become president, I have 5 things I'm going to bring in. Only 5.
Tell me about them.
Number 1, I'm going to bring God back into schools. I'm going to bring God back into our daily lives in South Africa. Secondly, I'm going to bring back national service. Where you are going to, instead of just getting welfare, you are going to go do national service. You're going to the army. You're going to do youth service. You're going to do national service. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to mass deport all illegal foreigners in this country.
This is something I wanted to talk about, yeah.
I'm going to mass deport all illegal foreigners in South Africa. I'm also going to make sure that our minerals don't leave this country as unrefined. I'm going to regulate the flow of minerals out of this country. I'm going to make sure that there's benefit for the people with our minerals. Number 5, I'm going to make sure that I explained it at the beginning about race. We must be known as South Africans. There's a lot of changes I'm going to make in this country. And I mean, like, For instance, instead of paying girls to get pregnant, I'm going to pay the girls that's not falling pregnant. We pay girls 300 or 500 rands to get a baby in South Africa. We spend 2 billion rands on condoms. And if the kids don't use the condoms, we incentivize them by giving them 500 rands a month. But instead of taking it and turn it around and say, every girl and boy that doesn't fall pregnant, you get a 500 rands. Then you still save money because there's no hospital cost. The majority of these children cost a lot on the state, not only the 500 rands. They're heavy on the state's bill.
Going back to the illegal foreigners, right? So what benefit do you think, how would South Africa benefit if there wasn't illegal foreigners?
Number one, you have medical aid, I have medical aid. So it's very hard for us to understand that.
I was in a government hospital the other day and I saw it because I know that's one of the things that you mentioned, right, is the hospitals are overrun.
Yes.
And the doctor, I saw that the other day. I was at New Somerset Hospital.
Yes.
For Caroline was actually there.
Yes.
And I just couldn't believe the emergency unit, how bad it was. But I didn't see foreigners. Mostly I saw gangsters in there.
Okay.
As the patients.
No, you get foreign gangsters.
Yeah,
So you probably
yeah,
saw
yeah.
foreign gangsters because they're in every hospital. Raima Musa, literally, I'm telling you fact that's been videoed. That South African women are laying on the floor, giving birth, while illegal foreigners are on the bed. I saw this on a video that was taken by our MMC of Economic Development. No, it was the MMC of Health, sorry. You have one of the guys that worked for me had to go for colonoscopy. They told him the line is 3 hours, three months waiting period. I had to send him to a private hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You go to any restaurant in Cape Town today, it's very hard to find a South African working there that's black.
Why do you think that is, though? Because surely, because there's more South Africans than there is foreigners, right? In South Africa. So if you say you can't find any, or almost any, does that mean that we're just not willing to work?
No.
Because
We are
it
not
should be
willing
50-50.
to be exploited. It shouldn't even be 50-50.
Or it should be 75-50 or
It should
25.
be
Yeah.
95. It should be 100% because being a waiter is not a special skill.
But that's why I'm
The laws of the land says you have to have a special skill. Being a waiter is not a special skill. So it should be 100%. But let me tell you why you don't find us there. Because we are not willing to be exploited. We are not willing to, the reason is subtle racism. The owners of industry can exploit these illegal foreigners.
Because they
don't pay
know they
UIF.
have no choice.
They
Yeah.
they are not unionized. They have no UIF. They know they're not unionized. They can chase them away whenever they feel like it. They are underestimating. People have died for our people to find jobs, to find opportunities, and to get equal pay, to get a living wage. And that is being undermined by these illegal foreigners.
Do you know how many foreigners there are in South Africa?
15 million. Don't listen to this 3 million, 4 million.
I have no idea.
15
I've never
million,
looked it up.
And it's
15
still,
million.
I'm still guessing 1.5.
1.5.
I'm still guessing.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to say how many there are because they came here on the back of a crocodile.
But if they left, do you not think that our system would collapse?
Our system has already collapsed for our people. The people I represent, they have no jobs and they are 38 years old and he's never had a job in his life. That's a collapse of a system, wouldn't you agree?
So when they say there's 60 million people in South Africa, right? Is that including 15 million foreigners? Or
Yes.
It is including.
And Treasury doesn't make provision for them. You see, you talk about collapse. The system has already collapsed for our people.
And how would you get them to leave?
Well, at the moment, I don't have the power to make them leave.
If you were in power, how would you get foreigners to leave?
What I will be doing is very simple. I will do 3 things. You see all those people that we are sending as the army for national service, conscription, I will make them the force responsible to arrest illegal foreigners. That's number 1. Number 2, I will build a wall.
Arrest them or send them home?
arrest them to send them home. You must arrest them to send them home.
Okay.
You can't just say go
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
They will not go. You have to arrest them. And
I'm just
take
saying
them.
you're not sending them to prison though.
No, there's no time. They already, we must go feed them. He goes straight from there to the border in the truck and straight to the border. He'll go straight to the border. There's no, I'm going to sleep over, get my lawyer.
And how would you stop them from getting back?
That's why I say I'm building a wall. That's my second point I'm
It has to
making.
be a tall wall because you know we can jump
No,
it.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, beware your soul. If you come over that border, I will have a shoot to kill instruction. Because you see, for me, you must understand, this problem affects our people greatly. And if we deport you, and you come over that wall, as high as that wall is going to be, you will find trouble on this side. Because then you are terrorist.
And what happens if they come by boat or plane?
If they come by boat or plane in this country, we will then take you back.
Yeah.
And we will impound that plane. We'll impound that boat. Because how did the person get on the boat without you checking the paperwork? Number 3, the easiest thing I'll do. All illegal foreigners here is either one of two things. He has a job or he's a criminal. Nobody comes to die of hunger. I will then punish and close businesses that still hire illegal foreigners. Those 3 things I told you that I'll do will greatly diminish. And the 4th one, which we don't mention now, is when they see we are serious, they will start leaving by themselves. They will start living by themselves.
Will you make it easier for foreigners to come in the country legally? Because at the moment, it's very difficult.
No.
Legally.
Go and prepare your papers in your country and apply. Those ones, there's no war in Zimbabwe. What type of asylum seekers are this that goes home December? Have you seen the border during December? Have you seen Bait Bridge? You can't get out of South Africa because there's lines them going home. What type of people are these? I'm saying to you, they will go home. We will mass deport them. We will close businesses that hires illegal foreigners. We have no time. We don't want them here. We want them out of this country because our people don't get jobs. We're sitting in a country where 60% youth unemployment. 60% youth unemployment. And you tell me, we still want to give Zimbabweans a job. It's going to end. I'm saying to you, 2024, something is going to happen here. And that something is the Patriotic Alliance. And we will not take money. We will not be bribed. We will not change our stance. They are going home. And we are closing the businesses that hires them. And we are going to build that wall. And if we build that wall, beware their soul if they come over that wall. There will be leadership here.
So how do you make it easier for people to enter legally, though?
We have laws that before you go into a country, there are certain things you got to do to satisfy that country, that you can be given access to that country. We are not about to change getting access in this country. We are about to make it more difficult because it's the laxness of those laws of us that makes some of them get in here. We are going to do an audit from 1994 to 2024, where for 30 years, every illegal foreigner, we must reapply for his papers so we can see was there corruption involved.
And weed out the people that are corrupt.
The people in the system are going to jail. The people in the system, they are going to jail. They are going to jail. The law of asylum says you go to your next country, your border country. We are not a border country of Nigeria. Why is Nigerians jumping here? We are not a border country of the Congo. Why are they jumping here? There's no war in Zimbabwe, my friend. There's no war in Malawi. There's no war in Nigeria. Nigerians are the worst thing that ever happened to this country. And I'm saying to you, they don't know what's coming. Mckenzi, as the leader of the Patriotic Alliance, is coming. And they are going to see. Some of you might think I'm dreaming. wait and see what happens 2024.